Big foul there from Nelson Phillips. Kremer through 8 games with the Eagles, 276 batting average, 8 hits from his 29 at-bats with 5 runs scored and a double. Also knocked in 3 and walked once. He takes that pitch down for ball 1. And that ball hit to the third baseman, throws it across the diamond. Low glove there for Blake Cavill, but he gets it in the glove. And after the first inning, Manly town this weekend. For your Phillies prospect, number 20. So Blake Cavill leading it off for the Sharks in the top of the second inning. And Gesson will fire in a ball to start things off here. Catcher Jules Kremer just confirming the location of that pitch. And there's strike 1, so 1-1 now for the leadoff, Blake Cavill. Umpires tonight behind the plate, Mr. Phil Choi, first base, Billy Green, and in the hot corner, Keith Lehman. Gessner with the 1-1, and a time called there by Blake Cavill. And that one down at the knees for strike 2. Now, a ball and 2 strikes. And strike 3 for the first out at the top of the second. Blake Cavill doesn't agree. Josh Lavender now stepping in for the Sharks, wearing jersey 99. And he takes the first pitch down in the dirt for ball 1. It's Nachos. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. And he'll foul off the first pitch on offering from Gessner. Jules Kremer just copping that one in the foot. Shakes it out as Phil Troy delivers the new baseball. And that ball tied inside. That'll be ball one. A ball and a strike. So I guess we're now looking to finish off this inning. Couple of strikeouts as Jaden Cavill lifts that ball up to second base Umazawa, and he'll make the catch, and that'll finish off the top of the second inning. After 1.5, it's 0-0. Brendan Haithwaite leading off the bottom of the second for the Eagles, and he takes the first pitch foul for strike one. And the curveball. Checks his swing, holds his hands back, and it's a ball and a strike. So a big good evening to our viewers on EBSN this evening. If you are tuning in, feel free to say g'day. Let us know where you're watching from. And that ball down for strike two, down on the knees. Haithwaite, 185 hitter in first grade so far this year, 5 for 27 with 2 runs scored and 3 RBIs. That ball just for So it's one. With his lead. So Alex Brook will lead things off here to start the top of the third inning. 0-0 ball game so far. And he fouls that one off into the Manly dugout. That ball down in the dirt, ball one. Guessing just taking his time on the mound to keep himself together here as he big cut there, foul for strike two, a ball and 2 strikes now on Brooks. And he takes strike 3, called first out of the inning. So 1 out in the top of the third. It'll be the pitcher Kobe Roberts hitting for himself this evening. As he takes that strike for strike 1, evens up his count, 1 ball and a strike. And he fouls that one off for strike 2. So a ball and 2 strikes for Roberts. Guessing just getting his signal from the catcher Kremer. And that ball's down and away. Ball 2. So 2 balls and a strike now. 2 balls and 2 strikes rather. And he swings at that one for strike 3. That's the second out of the third inning. Going to bring up the second baseman, Brad Griffin now. Strike 1, start the inning. One here for Griffin. Let's guess that. Gets Griffin a fly out. Long shot there. A little bit of work from Ariyama in right field, but he gets under it. Makes the squeeze. And that finishes the top of the third inning. We have a 0-0 ball game. Jalen right now, back to the top of the lineup for the Eagles in the bottom of the third inning. And it's the shortstop with a 600 average to date, 12 hits from his 20 at-bats, and 6 runs scored. And Cronulla with a change of pitcher in the third inning. It's Quinn Di Pasquale. And Jalen there taking one in the shoulder. Gets himself aboard to start this third inning. Second baseman hitting .316 with 12 hits from his 38 at-bats, 4 runs, 5 RBIs and a double to his name so far this season. He'll be looking to get himself aboard and get some offense happening for the Eagles, who have played now 10 Wednesday night innings without scoring a run. And Jalen Ray moves up into scoring position on that pass ball. 390 feet there for the Eagles. Yoshi Umezawa now scored a very important insurance run in in Sunday's 4-2 win against Blacktown. And Umezawa puts that one up the middle. That'll get him aboard, and Jalen Ray is held at third base. Alex Brook with a strong arm out there in centre field. That ball not quite getting too deep into the outfield. So cautious Masaendo. Knows that runs are a premium tonight and doesn't want to waste the opportunities presented. So he holds Jalen Ray up at third base. And runners on the corners now with Umezawa at first, and it's the first baseman, Connor McDonald. Hitting 235 in his limited appearances so far this season. As a home run, an RBI, and picked up his second double of the season in the first inning. A ball that was very hard to hit. He starts his at-bat with a ball high and inside. That ball is also inside, so ball 2 now for McDonald. A good hitting count for the big righty. Looking to do some damage here at home. And takes a big swing at that one for strike 1. 2 balls and a strike. And a foul tip there into the glove of Jaden Cavill for strike 2. Evens the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Big opportunity here for McDonald. Just needs to put the ball in play, score the first run of the ball game. And that ball's inside. 3-2. Fills the count up. And that's ball 4, so that'll load the bases. And with none out here in the top of the third inning. Catcher Jaden Cavill will just go out and have a chat to his pitcher. Make sure they're on the same page. And Nelson will take that ball up. Ball 1. Big opportunity here for the Eagles. That ball is strike. A ball and a strike now. Nelson finding some form of late. Picking up a couple of hits in his last few games. And he grounds that ball to the first baseman. There'll be a play at the plate. Can't handle it, so it'll be an error and it'll be a run scored. Cavill to Cavill there. First baseman, Blake Cavill coming in. Played the ball well. Kept it in fair territory. Wanted to get the out at home. But his brother Jaden just couldn't handle the throw, albeit a little bit low. But Manly are on the board through that error, and it will be an early 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the third inning. So Jules Kremer steps in with the bases loaded, still none out. And he will take strike one from De Pasquale. That ball in for strike two. Jules Kremer nods his head in agreement with umpire Phil Choi. So Kremer down 2 strikes. Looking to extend this at bat. And he swings at a high fastball for strike 3 for the first out of this inning. Not the way he would have wanted to go about things. But Pasquale reared back and got a swing out of him. An important swing it was. And Haythwaite will take another fastball. This time it'll be upstairs for ball 1. That ball in the dirt for ball 2. So Haythwaite ahead early here with bases loaded and 1 out. And that'll be ball 3. So 3-0. And De Pasquale there firing in a strike. 3 balls and a strike now for Haythwaite. Checks his swing, but home plate umpire Phil Choi says no, it was a strike regardless. So Brendan Haythwaite with a full count here, looking to add to his RBI total on the year with loaded bases and 1 out. And he swings and misses at the curveball. And that'll be the second out of the inning. De Pasquale, a little bit wild early, but starting to find his zone here in the third inning. Ariyama now steps in and he takes a ball 1 on the outside corner. Limited at bats for Shohei. Mostly a pitcher. He's working in the closing role at the moment for the first grade side. And he takes that pitch for a strike to even the count. A ball and a strike. Closed out last Wednesday night's game. 3 innings of work, only giving up 1 hit. Kept the game tied at 0 through innings 6, 7 and 8. As Manly and Blacktown shared the spoils in a scoreless 8-inning draw. So he's behind here, a ball and 2 strikes. And swings at that one for strike 3, and that'll finish the bottom of the third inning. But Manly with the run there off an error, courtesy of a soft ground ball from Nelson Phillips, and they'll have a 1-0 lead heading into the top of the fourth. So Josh Gessner out for his 4th inning at work. He'll face the leadoff hitter, Max Brennan, who bunts the ball down into his ankle. And that'll be strike 1 to start this inning here, the top of the 4th. And that pitch in for strike 2 now. Brennan behind, 0-2. It's the top of the 4th inning. Wednesday night, of course, are timed games. We have a 2.5 hour timed game here. Game start was 7:15. This game will be wrapped up by 9:45. No new inning after 9:35. And Max lifts that one to Haythwaite in left field, who barely has to move, and he'll take that for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up the shortstop for the Sharks, number 88, Ethan Stacey. And he will be the first base runner of the evening for the Sharks. A hard turn around second. So the Sharks with the runner aboard for the first time this evening. And that'll lead up to the third baseman, John Bowker. Batting here with 1 out and a runner on. And that'll be in for strike 1. And that ball lifted up into the night sky, right to Brendan Haythwaite in left field. And that's the second out of the inning. Stacey with his lead at first base there, 2 out now. And that's the first baseman, Blake Cavill. Made the play on that soft ground ball from Phillips. But the throw couldn't be handled at home plate from his brother Blake, allowing the first run to score. Gessner with the check back over at first. Ethan Stacey. Plenty of speed in those legs. Looking to put himself in the scoring position. Get his Cronulla side an opportunity to get that run back that the Manly Eagles scored in the bottom of the 3rd inning. And that ball's up for ball 1, so 1-1. Curveball that didn't quite break in time. That ball in the dirt. 2 balls and a strike. Gessner falls behind. 3-1. 2 out here in the top of the 4th inning. Blake Cavill working a very good at-bat. And he'll foul that one off back towards our broadcast booth, but the on-deck batter in position to clean it up before it gets to the fence. So full count pitch here with 2 out. Stacey will be taking off from first. And that ball's in the dirt. It's gone back to the fence. Stacey will turn around the corner at second and move over into third base. And heads up running there by Blake Cavill. He will end up on second base on the ball 4. So Blake Cavill getting aboard on ball 4 and then moving up to second base on the wild pitch. Similar fate there for Stacey, who moved up to third base on the wild pitch after moving to second on the ball 4. So Josh Lavender now will bat with 2 out and 2 runners in scoring position here in the top of the 4th inning. And Josh Gessner gets a swinging strike. Was looking at a very quick inning, only 7 pitches midway through that at bat to Cavill. He fires that one for a ball, misses downstairs, a ball and a strike. That ball also down. Runs the count to 2 balls and a strike. And a big swing there from Lavender will leave in the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 runners on, 2 outs. Kessler will be looking to escape this inning without any damage. And that ball will be grounded through the hole on the left side. Ethan Stacey will score. Blake Cavill will also run in and score. And that ball gets through Brendan Haythwaite in third base. And it will be a triple to Josh Lavender. Ball backed up by Gabriel Matto in centre field coming around. The ball sneaking underneath Brendan Haythwaite's hit very hard. Past the diving Jalen Ray at shortstop, and Lavender will end up on third base, knocking in 2 runs, with the Cronulla side taking the lead. Jaden Cavill will step in now with another important run at third base, 90 feet away, and Gessner will miss inside for ball 1. That ball will be down for ball 2. So Jaden Cavill, the catcher, ahead here. 2 balls and no strikes. And he punches one onto the knees for strike 1 to get him back into this count. But still behind. 2 balls and a strike. Cavill will lift that one into the air. Connor McDonald will run over towards the first base dugout and make the catch in foul territory, and that'll be the 3rd out. But not before Cronulla pick up a couple of runs. They've taken the lead here in the top of the 4th inning. It's Cronulla 2, Manly 1, midway through the 4th inning. So, bottom of the fourth action here at Aquatic Ballpark. You're watching on EBSN Eagles Baseball Sports Network, live and exclusive from Aquatic Ballpark. And it's the centre fielder, Gabriel Matto, who will take ball one from Quinn Di Pasquale. He had to clean up in the last inning after the ball got through Brendan Haythwaite in left field, scoring the 2 runs for the Sharks. Phil Choi calls that one a strike, so a ball and a strike now. Gab's down on strikes in his last at-bat. We're looking to get things started here for the Eagles to get that run back and a couple more to give Manly the lead again here in the fourth inning. So ball 3 for Matto. That ball just inside, catches the inside corner for strike 2. So Di Pasquale fills the count up, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Matto fouls that one off deep into the night sky, over into right field, over near the back diamonds. A couple of young spectators in attendance here this evening, chasing after that to get their lollies from the canteen, and Matto fouls that one off to the back net. Going to go deep into this at-bat here. And Gabs will take that one up and in. Ball 4, draws the walk. So Matto aboard. I'm going to bring up the 9 hitter, Tom Newbold. And Gav Matto is caught stealing at second base. With the first out of the bottom of the third. Bottom of the fourth. Two strikes now for Newbold. And he will swing and miss, but that ball will get away from Jaden Cavill, the catcher, and Newbold will get a free 90 feet on the strikeout. And back to the top of the order for the Eagles with the shortstop, Jalen Ray. Hit by pitch in his last at-bat and has scored Manly's only run of the ball game so far. We're looking to help Manly get some offense started here in the bottom of the fourth. And another ball there for Jalen. 5 straight balls to Ray so far tonight from Di Pasquale. Ball 2, down. Yoshiyumi's waiting on deck. As Jalen takes a hack at that one and misses. First strike of the at-bat, 2 balls and a strike now for Ray. Can't catch up on that curveball, so 2 balls and 2 strikes. Di Pasquale finding his zone now. And that ball in the dirt. Ball 3, fields the count up. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Fouls that one over the first base dugout. Extends this at bat. So the 3-2 pitch for the second time. New ball takes off, but it's ball 4. It's a good strong throw by Jaden Cavill, but it was in vain as the stolen base attempt turned into an advancement on the Jalen Ray walk. So Manly, 2 runners aboard in New Bolt at second, Jalen Ray at first base. The Eagles will now call upon the second baseman, Yoshi Umezawa, to move these runners over and hopefully move them in for a couple more runs in this 4th inning. Curveball there for strike 1. And Umezawa will hit that to shortstop Stacey, who makes the toss to second baseman. But Brad Griffin can't make the throw to first base to complete the double play. Tom Newbold will move up 90 feet. And Yoshi Umezawa will be aboard at first base. Jalen Ray becomes the second out at second base. So with 2 out, it's the big fella, Connor McDonald. And a big hello to Brenda and Pop, watching from home up in Queensland. As Connor fouls that one for strike 1, get this at bat started. Brenda, an avid follower of her son here down in Sydney. I'm sure she'll be watching the feed. As Connor swings at a high change up for strike 2 in this at bat. So McDonald behind, 0-2. Tying run, 90 feet away, go ahead, sitting on first base in the form of Umezawa. Connor lifts that one up. Centre fielder running after it. Right fielder underneath it. And Max Brennan will make the catch for the 3rd out of the inning. And after 4, Cronulla Sharks 2 lead the Manly Eagles 1. So Josh Gesson gets a strikeout to start this top of the 5th inning. And that's now the pitcher, Quinn DePasquale. Obviously, judging by the reaction of the Cronulla bench, not a noted hitter. And he punches that one into right field for a single, and the Cronulla bench are up on their feet in jubilation. So a 1-out single for the pitcher DePasquale off the pitching of Josh Gessner rather. Will be the lead-off single, or 1-out single rather. Brings up the second baseman, Brad Griffin, hitting in the 9-hole with 1 out here in the top of the 5th. Fouls off the first pitch, then takes the second one in for strike 2. And another foul there from Griffin into the fence in front of the Manly Eagles dugout. So 2 strikes here for Griffin with the runner on. And Gessner will check over, make sure he's not leaning too far. Wouldn't expect him to, being a pitcher. And Josh Gessner floats the curveball over the middle of the plate. And that'll be a strikeout there for the second out of this inning. And it'll turn the lineup over. And it'll go back to the right fielder, Max Brennan. He will bat with 2 out, and his pitcher in Quinn DePasquale on first base. And Max swings at strike 1. And that pitch just missing outside. Evens the count at a ball and a strike. And a little cue shot off the end of the bat for a foul. A ball and 2 strikes now for Brennan. And Gessner gets the curveball over the plate. And that's the third out of the inning. So halfway through the 5th. And it's the Cronulla Sharks 2, your Manly Eagles 1 on the Pro Car Automotive scoreboard. Nelson Phillips steps in, bottom of the 5th inning. He'll lead things off, and single over the head of Ethan Stacey. Thought about the jump, but it was definitely too high for him there. Alex Brook will clean up in centre field. And Nelson aboard with a single to start off this 5th inning. Bottom of the 5th inning. And the catcher, Jules Kremer, takes ball 1 inside to get his at-bat started. Nelson Phillips has a small lead over at first base, not a noted speedster. So we'll be relying on contact by Kremer to move him over. And Kremer will line that one into centre field. Alex Brook will come round, clean it up, keep Nelson to a single base advancement. And that'll have 2 runners on with none out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Haythwaite shaping a bunt here. And he does bunt it. The pitcher, DePasquale, runs over to get it. And he makes the throw to first just in time. Moves the runners over to second and third base in perfect fashion. Almost beating it out. Nice pitching, fielding there by the pitcher in DePasquale. Getting over to the ball quickly. Blake Cavill had come in a long way. So he was also in the vicinity to pick that one up. But the pitcher made the play, and a very good play indeed. Throwing a strike to Brad Griffin at second base. At first base, rather. Brad Griffin, the second baseman, making the cover play at first base. And recording the sacrifice bunt from Haythwaite. So 2 balls now for Ariyama. 2 runners in scoring position. Big spot here for the Eagles. Need to reclaim the lead. An hour and a half into this 2.5 hour game. And that pitch is outside for ball 3. So Ariyama with a free pitch here to do what he likes. Most hitters will just take it if it is a strike. But this one isn't, and it'll be a ball 4. It will be loaded bases. And to bring up the centre fielder for the Eagles, Gabriel Matto. Gabriel Matto will bat with 1 out. Phillips and Kremer getting aboard, each with singles before a sacrifice bunt. Push them over into scoring position. That's 5 straight balls now from DePasquale. The only strikes he's thrown in this inning have been the pitches that have been hit, so Really struggling to find the zone. Ball 6. Ball 6 by Deepa Squally, who picked up his first hit in first grade in the previous inning with a hard ground ball right down the first baseline, out of the range of a diving Connor McDonald. Bit of confusion between pitcher and catcher, mixing up their signs. And Matto checks his swing but fouls it off. Probably would have been a strike. Looked like a strike on my replay, so 2 balls and a strike for Matto. But again, big opportunity for Matto to put the Eagles into a tie or possibly into the lead. So 3-1 now for Matto. And a foul back over the broadcast booth. Sounds like a catch was made by one of the young spectators. That'll earn himself a packet of lollies up in the canteen. So 3-2 pitch here for Di Pasquale to Gabriel Matto. And it's down. Oh, a late call from Phil Choi. Rings him up. It looked like a very low pitch from my vantage point. And it was a very late call from umpire Phil Choi, but it is the second out of the inning. It'll bring to the plate the 9-hole hitter, the third baseman Tommy Newbold. Came up clutch on Sunday, knocking in 2 runs to give Manly a 2-1 lead against Blacktown in the 5th inning. Needs to do something similar right here. Jules Kremer will be looking to go 180 feet. He is the go-ahead run sitting over on second base as Tom Newbold takes that pitch for strike 1. It's a ball and a strike here with 2 out and loaded bases. That ball's up for ball 2. Newbold looking to find his pitch, put it into play, potentially give Manly their second lead of the night. Lifts it up. It's both outfielders are going back. This is going to clear the bases. Newbold round second base. He's heading to third. Alex Brook with a throw. It's not going to be on time. It is a bases clearing triple from Tom Newbold. Once again, the youngster has come up clutch, just like he did on Sunday out at Blacktown. It's a 3-run triple for Tom Newbold, and it'll give Manly a 4-2 lead here in the bottom of the 5th. And it'll also turn over the lineup. It'll bring up the leadoff hitter, Jalen Ray, with another very important run 90 feet away and one of the best hitters in this league at bat against a pitcher who's really struggling to find his zone. When he does, he's very effective. Jalen Ray has struck out tonight, and he takes that ball up for ball 2. One swing of the bat, and it could be another run for the Eagles. There's ball 3. So Di Pasquale staying out of the zone here against this very dangerous right-hander. The 3-0 pitch coming here from Di Pasquale is fouled off. I think if you're one of the best hitters in the league, you certainly have the right to swing at a 3-0 pitch. 600 average coming into tonight's game. He's missed a little bit of baseball with commitments on showcase teams and also the HSC. And he lifts that ball foul. So now with his HSC commitments over, we'll be looking to really bring this Manly team back up the ladder. And he fouls that one off again. So 3 straight fouls here from Jalen Ray. Umpire Phil Troy has run out of baseballs, calling for the Manly bench to toss one in. There's a couple of kids chasing after them. A few lollies there for the canteen to hand out. So, Jalen Ray, 3-2, 2 out. Another run, 90 feet away. And another foul. Really going deep, really protecting his zone. The umpire's asking for the balls, so 4 straight balls have been hit over to the right field area, foul area. Kids have been chasing after them. They've got to take them back to the Manly dugout to redeem their ticket to take to the canteen, so the balls are taking just a little bit of extra time to get back into the game. And Jalen Ray, for the second time tonight, will wear a ball 4 on the shoulder. This one not as hard as the last one, but it will put runners on the corners again here. Manager Massa Endo just having a chat with Phil Troy, making sure that Jalen Ray has the time to recover. Will wake up with a couple of bruises on that left shoulder tomorrow, will Jalen. So it's the second baseman now, Yoshi Umezawa. And he takes the first pitch down to third base. John Bowker will clean it up, throw it across the diamond over to Blake Cavill, and that will finish the 5th inning. And the Manly Eagles will move ahead 4-2 after 5 innings on the Procar Automotive scoreboard. So Josh Kessner's night is done. Manly have gone to their bullpen in the form of the right-hander, Zach McAllister, through 2 very important innings last Wednesday night in the 0-0 draw with Blacktown, and he starts here with a strike. Ethan Stacey in the batter's box for the Sharks. Two strikes now for McAllister. Pitching to a fairly decent 3.48 ERA through his 10.1 innings of work. 14 hits, giving up 4 earned runs and 6 walks with 10 strikeouts. Very hard throwing right-hander, does struggle to find the zone and keep the ball in the zone at times, but has pitched relatively well so far this season as he evens the count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And very close to their call there at first base. The ball hit very hard down the line, just sneaking inside the first base as pointed fair by first base umpire Billy Green. Not a lot of communication. A look there by the first baseman and the pitcher, Zach McAllister. Connor McDonald having to run back in from foul territory just before the speedy Ethan Stacey reached first. And that records the first out of this top of the 6th inning. Third baseman, John Bowker now, steps in. Left field, I've been getting it wrong all night. I've just been told he's playing in left field. There you go. Josh Lavender is third baseman. John Bowker's left field. Been calling it round the wrong way. Must be because John's wearing number 5 and the third base's position number 5. So 2 balls and a strike now for Bowker, the left fielder. And he takes that one for a strike. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Don't forget, if you are tuning in, say good day. Let us know who you are, where you're from. We're more than happy to give you a shout out. Carlson now 2-2 with Bowker. He lifts it up. Jalen Ray underneath it early. Nice loud call. And that'll be the second out of the top of the 6th inning. Two out for Blake Cavill, the first baseman. He takes ball 1 high in the zone. We've just lost the camera, as you saw. And Blake Cavill takes ball 2 high. Manly with the cast of thousands in their dugout tonight. Always seems to be the way at home games. Plenty of options for manager Massa Endo and head coach Chris Corey. As Blake Cavill takes that pitch just below the knees, and it's 3 balls. Jules Kremer just confirming its location. So McAllister needs to come all the way back here. And that'll be strike one. Blake half started to take first base, but saw the location and held his ground in the box. So McAllister with the 3-1. Fights it off to the shortstop, who throws it high, won't come down in time. McDonald will glove it, but can't apply the tag. And Blake Cavill will be aboard with 2 out in the top of the 6th. Now is the third baseman, Josh Lavender. Wearing a different number as was advertised with the starting lineup. Was 41 on the lineup, wearing 99. Must have left his jersey at home. That one ripped down the line, but foul. Cleaned up by the bullpen. Early strike here for Zach. Nice curveball there from McAllister, getting a strike, a swing out of Lavender for strike 2. So 2 strikes now for McAllister on Lavender. Looking to finish this inning on this pitch. And Lavender won't be fooled twice. Doesn't offer at that curveball down in the dirt. With the first ball of this at bat, a ball and 2 strikes now for Lavender. Oh. Blake Cavill, runner on first. McAllister just keeps in close. That pitch is up. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. McAllister sets, kicks and delivers, and Lavender will foul that back into the on-deck circle. Men on the bench thought that was a good pitch, but Phil Choi disagreed. Probably missing on the outside corner. So Lavender fields the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Blake Cavill will be taking off from first base on the pitch. And that ball misses up. Ball 4, so McAllister walks Lavender. Just couldn't find the zone on that 3-2 pitch. So Jaden Cavill now steps in with 2 out. And 2 runners on. Cronulla got young Josh Bishop warming up in the pen. And it looks like the Manly lefty, Luke Brown, is making his way up to the Manly bullpen. As Blake Cavill swings at that first offering from McAllister. Brad Griffin waiting on deck. Hoping to get an at-bat in this inning. McAllister kicks and deals, and Cavill fouls it off. A ball and 2 strikes now. Correction, just 2 strikes. Zach hasn't missed the zone yet, so 2 strikes here for Jaden Cavill. Pulls that ball down to Tom Newbold at third base, who loses his footing and falls backwards after cleaning it up, so can't make a play. Fielded it well, but couldn't remain on his feet. And Jaden Cavill will load the bases. Alex Brook now, the centre fielder. Not Brad Griffin. He swings at the first pitch. Looking too far down the order. Forgot where we were. But it is Griffin. Is Brook, rather, the centre fielder. Batting with loaded bases and 2 out. One and one. Castle sets and throws in the curveball. Well blocked by Kremer, the catcher for the Eagles. Dutch under 23 international. McAllister gets a swing on that pitch, so he evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Really important that he gets the job done here. Can't really face any more batters. It's coming close to the top of the lineup. Brook will foul that one off. Extend this at bat. So the 2-2 pitch here from McAllister. Here's a foul off the end of the bat. Bit of a cue shot. Extends it. Gets to see another pitch from McAllister. Brook really making McAllister work for this out here. McAllister trying to finish the inning. Puts it down in the dirt. Ball gets away. Not far enough for Blake Cavill to score from third base. So that'll fill the count. 2 out. Runners will be going on the pitch. So McAllister, he sets and delivers. And he gets the strike from Alex Brook. A huge strikeout there with the bases loaded. Cronulla threatening to retake the lead. And McAllister escapes the jam. He had a walk. A ground ball which was thrown away, and then a ground ball which knocked the third baseman Tom Newbold off his feet. But he went deep into the count, and he got the strikeout for Alex Brook to end the top of the 6th inning. So Manly 4, the Cronulla 2, with the Manly Eagles coming up to bat in the bottom of the 6th. So Quinton Pasquale just finishing off his warm-up pitches here in the bottom of the 6th. Australia in action in the Premier 12, taking on Korea. And it is the bottom of the 1st at the moment. Tim Atherton on the mound for the Aussies. Currently with 1 out. That's about all I have for you at this stage. As Connor McDonald takes that first pitch high for ball 1. And he pumps that one in for a strike to even the count. 1-1. Big swing there by McDonald. Falls behind in this one. A ball and 2 strikes. At the top of the Australian order, Whitfield, Glendenning and Kennelly going down in order to finish the 1st. Korea now with 2 out in the Premier 12. So 2-2 now for McDonald. Worked his way back into this count. That ball inside. Three balls and 2 strikes now for McDonald. Fouls that one high up into the night sky. That could come towards us. No, it's going back towards the car park, so we were safe here. Only had 1 ball come close to us. Now it's before we put the tent in play. The ball actually was almost caught. As McDonald fouls that one off. That rattles one of the cameras. Not the one you're currently viewing on, though. The count will remain 2-2. McDonald, the leadoff man in this one. And he comes all the way back for the strikeout for the first out of the inning. So with one out, it'll be Nelson Phillips, singled in his last at bat. And he hacks at his first pitch, but it will go foul over the top of the bullpen in right field. Nelson behind. One strike. Foul there by Nelson Phillips. Takes the count to a ball and 2 strikes. Bottom of the 6th action here at Aquatic Ballpark. Nelly fouling pitches off, extending his at bat. And there's foul number 4 from Phillips. So right on it, just looking to put the ball in play. Get himself aboard as Pasquale drops in the curveball. And the 5th foul of this at bat by Phillips. Most I've seen in a game is 12 in a row. And he gets the 5-heater up for strike 3. And that'll be the second out of the inning. So to bring up the catcher for the Eagles, Jules Kremer. Also singled up the middle in his last at-bat. We'll be looking to do something similar here as the Eagles look to extend this inning. Potentially tack on a couple of insurance runs as Kremer shows bunt but pulls back just as quickly as he squared around. And he'll take that on the outside corner for ball 2. So 2 balls for Kremer. And that'll be ball 3. And ball 4 for Kremer. So 2 out walk. And it looks like manager Glenn Humphrey is going to make a pitching change. So whilst this happens, we'll take a quick break and we'll be back on the other side. So no pitching change for the Sharks. De Pasquale will stay out there. Glenn Humphrey just going out to check his pitcher on the mound. And what he said must have worked because he comes back with a strike to start this at bat. On the left fielder, Brendan Haythwaite. And Haythwaite fouls that one off for strike 2 now. And lays off that one for ball 1. 1 ball and 2 strikes for Haythwaite. Jules Kremer just asking for manager Master Endo to repeat the signal. Needs to make sure he's on the same page. And Kremer takes off, but it's to no avail as Brendan Haythwaite swings and misses. And after 6 complete, the Manly Eagles 4 lead the Cronulla Sharks 2 on the Procar automatic scoreboard. So Zach McAllister is back out there. So pinch hitter here for the Sharks. It'll be Kobe Painter to take over from Quinn Di Pasquale. His night is over. McAllister has missed the zone 3 times here for the pinch hitter. So Painter ahead, 3-0. And McAllister misses with the free one. So 4-pitch walk for the pinch hitter. It's going to bring a visit from the manager, Massa Endo. I'll just talk it over. Tell Zach how to throw a strike. Does forget sometimes. That meeting's done with. First visit for Massa Endo. All teams restricted to 5 mound visits during a game, regardless of who goes to the mound to make the visits. There are some exemptions, obviously. Griffin now. The 9-hole hitter. Fouls off the first pitch offering from McAllister. McAllister just checking the runner at first base. Painter, not the greatest of leads. Back early and easily. Another foul there from Griffin. McAllister ahead now. 2 strikes. McAllister will be looking to finish this batter right here on this pitch. Better still, get a ground ball, get a double play ball, and there it is. There's the strikeout. Curveball getting it done. Griffin wasn't in agreement with home plate umpire Phil Troy, but looked pretty good from here on the replay. Bit of a delayed call by Troy. You've got to be sure that it's a strike before you punch it out. So back to the top of the lineup for the Sharks. Runner on 1 out. Max Brennan. Take strike 1. So 4 straight strikes thrown here by McAllister. And a big swing and a miss at a pitch in the dirt. Takes the count out to 0-2. McAllister ahead now in this one. With the 2 strikes. Leaves that one up. Brennan trying to turn in. Get the ball to take his shoulder, but the ball was enough. In the zone enough that it was only a ball, not a hit by pitch. So a ball and 2 strikes now for McAllister on Brennan. And that's a strike 3 outside corner. Max Brennan voicing his displeasure with home plate umpire Phil Troy. Very good strikeout on the outside corner there by Zach McAllister. So Massaendo comes out. He's going to make a pitching change. He's going to go to the lefty, Luke Brown. Luke Brown will come in and get the final out of this inning, and it could well be the final out of this game. It's now 9:30. We won't start a new inning after 9:35, so an out here and then a Manly time at bat will probably see us through to the finish of this one. Top of the 7th inning with 2 out. So Luke Brown now come in and close this one out. 2 out here in the top of the 7th inning. And Ethan Stacey up to bat with Kobe Painter sitting on first base. And Brown will start with a ball. So ball 1 to Stacey. Brown sets on the mound. And Stacey will wear that one on the arm guard. So 2 runners on, 2 out. And John Bowker will step into the box with the tying run on first base. Himself being the go-ahead run here in the top of the 7th inning. That ball misses. Outside, ball 1. Luke throwing from the low submarine type position from the left side of the mound. He's got a couple of lefties in the order to face. Massa Endo opting for the lefty on lefty matchups. And Luke fires in a change up to even the count. 1 ball and 1 strike. That ball away for ball 2, so 2 and 1. As the clock ticks past 9:35, so the out here. And that pitch just missing down for ball 3. 3 balls and a strike on Bowker. So big pitch here for Brown. He's pitched very well so far this year in the under-18s. Helping Manly to a very healthy 5-1 record. And that pitch is away for ball 4 as Bowker takes off his ankle guard. Will throw his bat. Will hand his bat off. And that will load the bases here. And it will bring up another left-handed batter in the form of Blake Cavill. Blake and Luke are teammates on the recently announced New South Wales under-18 side to compete at the National Championships in January in Geelong and Ballarat. As Luke Brown falls behind, 1 ball and no strikes here on Blake Cavill. And he comes back with a strike. Even the counts, the speedy Ethan Stacey, the tying run in this ball game. He sits at second base. That pitch just gets away a little bit from Kremer, but not far enough for Cronulla to close the margin on this one. But Blake Cavill does go ahead in the count. 2 balls and 1 strike. No one warming up in the Manly bullpen. And that pitch just misses on the inside corner. 3 balls and 1 strike. Big pitch here coming for Blake Brown. And he hits that one. Fills the count up. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs here in the top of the 7th inning. Tying run 180 feet away over at second base in the form of the very speedy Ethan Stacey. Runners going on the pitch. And it is strike 3. Blake Cabell will strike out to end the game. The Manly Eagles 4 have defeated the Cronulla Sharks 2. A very good all-round game from the Manly Eagles. 5 strong innings from Josh Gessner on the mound. Zach McAllister going an inning and 2/3 in relief, and Blake Brown picking up the save at the end there. Despite Manly having the bases loaded, Blake Brown comes in with the strikeout to finish the game. So on the Procar Automotive scoreboard, it is the Manly Eagles 4, the Cronulla Sharks 2. Manly recording their first back-to-back win of the season. Back in action over the course of the weekend. We're back here on Sunday with third grade getting things started at 9:30. Second grade at noon, and then the first grade game at 2:30 here at Aquatic Ballpark. The under-18s are in action at 2 o'clock against Cronulla. It's a top-of-the-table clash, so it should be a very good game to come and watch if you are around. Unfortunately, there won't be a live stream of the game, although it definitely deserves one. The women's team travel to Penrith, I believe, on Friday night. They had only their second loss of the season last week, so they'll be looking to get back in the winner's circle. But it's the Eagles here tonight, 4-2 winners over the Cronulla Sharks. They improved their record to 3 wins, 8 losses, and of course last week's draw at Blacktown. That's all from me tonight. I'm Luke Eisenhower. Big thanks to Ollie Stokes running the cameras tonight. We'll have Andrew Lowe back on deck on Sunday, so we look forward to having you tune in. That's all from us tonight. It's a very good night, and we look forward to seeing you on Sunday.